Hello, my name is Dr. B, and I am a program manager here at the College of Continuing Education at Sac State. And congratulations on making the decision to join the Career Technical Education Credential Program. In this orientation video, I will be going over the quick admit form, registration request, creating a SacLink, the program application fee, policies regarding fees, drops, and refunds, navigating MySacState, the Student Center and Canvas, the CTC requirements for the preliminary CTE credential, and the CTC requirements for the clear credential. So the first step to getting enrolled into classes is to complete a quick admit form. Once registration is open, the program coordinator will send you a quick admit form which requests your acknowledgement for enrollment and associated course fees. For the enrollment acknowledgement, students agree to enroll into classes listed on the ad form. Those without a teaching credential and/or currently enrolled in a teaching credential program will need to enroll into EDSS 291, EDSS 392, and EDSS 393. Those who have a teaching credential will only need to enroll into EDSS 291. For the course fee acknowledgement, students agree to pay the associated per unit course fees of $370 per unit. Each course is 3 units, so the cost per course is $1,110. Thus, the total cost for students who do not possess a teaching credential and taking all 3 courses is $3,330. And the cost is $1,110 for those students with a teaching credential who are only taking the 1 course. Upon completing the quick admit form, you will return the form to the program coordinator. Once the program coordinator has received your completed quick admit form, they will submit a registration request to the CCE Credit Registration Department, where an enrollment services representative will assign you a Sac State ID number. They will send you directions on how to create your SacLink username and password, which you will use to log into your MySacState account. They will charge the $30 program application fee to your student center. And finally, they will enroll you into the classes specified on your registration request form. The directions that you receive from the CCE Credit Registration Department on how to create your SacLink username and password will include this link here. Once you click the link, you will be brought to the SacLink creation page. To create your SacLink, you will enter the following information in the Create or Verify Your Account section. You're going to type in your last name, your Sac State student ID number provided in the email, the month and date of your birthday, and then you'll click Verify Your Identity. You will then be able to select your unique SacLink and create a password. SacLink options will include different combinations of your name. For example, if your name is John Smith, the system may give you options like J. Smith, or John Smith, or John Smith. Or the options may include numbers if there are multiple students at Sac State with the same name. For example, John Smith 3, John Smith 4, and so on. Upon establishing your SacLink and your SacLink password, you will see a confirmation page outlining your new SacLink and Sac State email address. Keep in mind that it could take 24 hours for the new SacLink to activate, at which point students will then have access to the Student Center and Canvas. The program application fee. The $30 program application fee can be paid one of the following ways. The first is by credit or debit online via the Student Center in your MySacState account. Once in your Student Center, locate the Finances section and click Make an Online Payment. There is a 2.65% service fee for card payments, but there is no service fee for e-checks. Students can also pay via check or money order made out to Sacramento State. Checks and money orders can be paid in person in Napa Hall at Sac State or mailed to the College of Continuing Education at 3000 State University Drive, Sacramento, California, 95819 to the attention of Enrollment Services. Now, when paying by check or money order, please make sure to include your student ID number on the memo line. Policies concerning fees, drops, and refunds. Course fees are due 14 days after the first day of class. If you need to drop from a course or withdraw from the program, please inform the program coordinator, as the date that you withdraw will determine the drop calculation. The drop calculation will dictate course fees to be refunded and/or owed. Navigating MySacState, the Student Center, and Canvas. To log into your MySacState account, you will start here on the Sac State homepage. On the homepage, click the magnifying glass at the top. You will then see the following drop-down menu. You will then select MySacState. Now you will use your SacLink username and password that you created in order to log into your MySacState account. Enter your login credentials and click Login. You will then either see this welcome page or the applicant and alumni portal. If you see this welcome page, click the applicant and alumni portal button. Now you are on your MySacState homepage. This is where you will access your Student Center, Canvas, Sac State email, and other helpful links. First, we'll review the Student Center, then we'll take a look at the Canvas dashboard. To access the Student Center, click Student Center under the Student Quick Links. Now, your first time accessing the Student Center, you will be prompted to complete the Statement of Authorization. Then you will be brought to the Student Center homepage that you can see here. In the middle of the page, you will see the Academics and Finance sections. Once you are enrolled in your courses, you will see them listed in the Academics section. Within 24 hours of being added to your courses, you will see the course fees listed next to account balance in the Finances section. The Finances section is also where you will see the $30 program application fee charged. As mentioned previously, you will click Make an Online Payment to pay the $30 program application fee and/or make a payment towards your course fees. On the right-hand side of the screen, you will see sections for holds, a to-do list, advisors, and other sections. Please note, not all sections may be visible depending on the program you are enrolled in. For the most part, the holds and to-do list are the most important sections that students will want to monitor. Holds prevent students from registering for future courses. Clicking the holds list will reveal tasks that students must complete or submit in order to remove the hold. The to-do list items are also tasks or documents the student needs to complete or submit, but does not prevent the student from registering for classes. Now let's take a look at the Canvas dashboard. Now, to access the Canvas dashboard, you're going to click the orange Canvas link under the Popular Links and Resources section on the MySacState homepage. You will be brought to the Canvas dashboard that you can see here. This is where you will access your courses, including modules, lectures, discussion boards, activities, and assignment submission drop boxes. Please note that even though you may be enrolled in courses, the course will only be visible on the Canvas dashboard once the instructor has published the course for student view. CTE requirements. Preliminary CTE credential. The following requirements are set by the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing, CTC, and they're required to request the preliminary CTC credential. The first thing that students are going to need to do is create the educator profile on www.ctc.ca.gov, complete the certificate of clearance, complete the live scan fingerprint process. Now, this process must be completed the same week as completing the certificate of clearance. And then you're going to need CPR training. CPR training must include infant, child, and adult CPR skills. Now, we highly recommend that you complete all of these items before starting your courses. Once you have paid the $30 program application fee, the program coordinator will send you a credential request form for the preliminary CTE credential. Students will send the completed credential request form to the program coordinator. The credential request form can be submitted only after completing the live scan fingerprint process, certificate of clearance, CPR certification, and payment of the $30 program application fee. The program coordinator will submit the credential request form for recommendation to the CTC. The CTC will then request payment from the student for the preliminary CTE credential. And once payment is made and the request is processed, students can view the preliminary CTE credential in the educator profile on the CTC website. The clear credential. The following requirements set by the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing, CTC, and are required to satisfy the clear credential. First is completion of advanced personalized preparation courses or to teach for 2 years in the CTE sector on a preliminary CTE credential. They must pass the U.S. Constitution course or examination in the subject, and completion of a health education course. Once the student has completed all of the requirements for the clear credential, they will need to do the following to finalize the process to obtain the clear credential. The students must provide proof of items listed on the previous slide to the program coordinator, and the program coordinator will send the students the credential request form upon receiving all listed items. The student will send the completed credential request form to the program coordinator. The program coordinator will submit the credential request form for recommendation to the CTC, and the CTC will then request payment from the student for the clear credential. Once payment is made and the request is processed, students can view the clear credential in their educator profile on the CTC website. Please note, the clear credential is valid for 5 years and must be renewed through the CTC online system before expiration. Now, we also have some program resources here. We have links for our drop and refund policies, how to navigate the Student Center, how to check holds in the Student Center, and how to review the Finance tab in the Student Center. And then we have CTC requirement resources on the CTC application fee schedule, how to apply for a fingerprint clearance document online, and the live scan fingerprint form for the 41LS. So for any advising questions on how to become a CTE teacher, the hiring process, and how to determine which sector your work experience applies, please contact John Pellman. And for additional questions about the information in this video, please contact Jessica Morrison. Thank you, and we look forward to having you in the program.